Oysters! Get your oysters here!
We work with Nile Creek Enhancement, Fanny Bay Enhancement, and Hart Watershed to coordinate this event for our communities. It is about where we're working at, what streams we're working at, who's doing the work, and how we're doing the work. We've been doing this, as I say, for a number of years. Our groups have been working since probably 1995. We've been at societies and working with the streams. In Fanny Bay, we have 22 creeks that we look after. So it's trying to get the people here to hear what we have to say about the whole ecosystem and working with the fish. And, you know, obviously getting more members, that would be wonderful.
What can you tell me about that? What did she say?
It will. If you threaten it, it will throw up at you.
What's that?
It's a sea cucumber. Right there, and that's a star. And that's a star.
This simple deer here, and it's called a Tom Thumb. Never sold one.
What's that for?
We got some questions and then we'll see how the girls do with their answers. Any things you can do at home to conserve hot water?
Maybe turn off your water and kind of make it not burning hot, but
it's a good one. Okay. There's a little bag for you.
These are all caddisfly larvae. They're aquatic insects that wrap themselves in their waste food. So they build cases and they live in those cases, and they protect themselves from predators. You gotta go, yoo-hoo! Come on, wherever you are. Yoo-hoo!
There's so many enhancement groups on the island or the mainland. There are approximately 20,000 volunteers in BC working with the salmon, working as a volunteer to hopefully bring back the salmon to the numbers that we'd like in our creeks.
I do an education program with the children on this side of the island, and it has to do with salmon and the salmon life cycle. And one of the presentations that I've always done for about the last 10 years is called The River Never Sleeps, and it actually talks about the nutrients that go back into rivers and streams during the fall when the salmon come back to spawn, and how those nutrients are so important to the ecosystem. There's so many connections that can be made, and including bears. Bears haul these salmon out of the water, and they take them into the forest, and they chow down on them, and then they leave parts behind. And if those nutrients don't get eaten by other members of the food chain, the wild food chain, then it all eventually goes back into the ground. And there's all those nutrients going back into the river, feeding things, feeding plants, feeding animals. So the river never sleeps.
it's a very beautiful fish. I love it. Very colorful.
Oh my gosh, he's going to scare the kids.
Fanny Bay Salmon Enhancement has about 12,000 coho smolts to release this year, and we're releasing them at the opportune time, which will be when there's a zooplankton bloom in the ocean, as well as the water temperatures are correct. And we'll release them into the creek, which time they'll go out to the estuary, and they'll go in and out of the estuary for a period of time until they are acclimatized to the salt water, and then they'll be moving on out into the ocean for what lies ahead. We have a lot of volunteers here today in the name of small children who like to release these fish and give them names, and hopefully see them when they come back in 3 or 4 years.
He's coming up again, look. Can you see? Whee!